Crunch time, coming up big when it counts.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Crunch Time, where we come up big when it counts. I'm Dom with Sauce, Ant, and Lukey. How we going, gents?
Pretty good. Can't
Good,
complain.
Dom. I could see Lukey's mouth moving over there. He's definitely got his peanut butter, on the rice cracker, which I called it to a T.
That's it.
It's either going to be on a rice cracker or a bagel. It depends on what he's at.
No, to be honest, the bagels, they've been swapped out for English muffins these days, so I'm not on the bagels anymore. And even these, you know what I've been having?
Up the calories.
Yeah, I've been having salt and vinegar like rice cakes, and there's just too much flavoring on it. So I've gone back to the original with the peanut butter. Can't go wrong.
It.
Not
I
bad.
thought I'd change it up.
You know
It was
what?
alright. Go back to it.
You know what? They're sold out. I went to Coles and I tried to get some. Coincidentally,
serious?
not because you're having them, but yeah, I swear to God. And they were sold out. The one time I
What?
wanted it.
Yeah, too many people been watching Crunch Time, and they see Lukey, so now they're going out and started buying crackers and
those
peanut
rice
butter.
cakes.
Get them as a sponsor on the show.
You get like Belvita rice cakes or some shit as a sponsor for a sports podcast.
Makes perfect sense.
Yeah, we're sponsored by rice
shit.
cakes.
All right.
All right, boys. We were having a quick discussion pre-pod. I think it's good that we, as we always do, we'll get it on tape, literally on the record. Just your feelings, gents, in terms of the market itself in the hobby across the board. If you want to be sports specific or genre specific, by all means, go for it. But just your feelings of what you're seeing at the moment.
Yeah, I'll kick it off because I sort of asked the question, but I was just asking the boys if I was the only one who feels a little bit maybe, I don't know if disheartened's the word, but like disheartened, or like I don't believe in the market as much as I did, say, a year ago, even 6 months ago, maybe like we'll say 9 to 12 months ago. I don't know. I just feel like a lot of things have cooled off, apart from maybe F1. Like we just had a quick chat, then we ran through a few things. NBA season started up. Some cards have started to ramp up a little bit, but it just didn't seem like there was the same excitement for this season as there was, say, definitely not before the bubble, and definitely not before the start of last season. Like there was a huge run up in, say, like Trey, Luka, especially those two before last season. Like we haven't really seen that much in terms of this season. Even soccer as well. Anthony was just mentioned as well. If it's not, I'll let him talk about it. But even the soccer market, more the low to mid end, it doesn't seem like there's much happening there. Apart from really F1, like F1 seems like the only thing that just like, keeps going on. NFL, I'm not too sure. I haven't really kept much tabs on it. But those three markets there, I don't know. I just feel a little bit, I wouldn't say worried, but yeah, more just disheartened at the moment.
You're worried. I'm worried a little bit.
Worried, you reckon? I don't know. Worried's the word though.
No, it's not cause for concern, but like it'd be silly not to like admit that there is a cooling off across the board, especially on basketball, soccer, which are the two sports. I mean, soccer more than basketball for me because I see it every day. It's weird, like the blue chip investments, like the I guess Brady rookie, your Messi rookie, your Ronaldo rookie, like the really high end 5-figure, cards are going okay. Like they're going quite well. They're still on an upward trajectory, most of them, and they're doing all right. But the mid to low end, like we were talking about base rookies are always going to go down. But rookies that, kind of have hit the 23, 24-year-old mark, they're all down across the board, across like all sports. Cards that were like overpopulated, they're all down. And it would be hard for them to get back up to the prices that they were before, which is interesting. I actually don't know how they get back to those prices. Maybe like a Gary V push. I don't know. But like Actually, now that I mentioned Gary V, he did set himself up quite well when this market obviously cooled off. He was very early in saying all right, you guys are going to be holding the bag at some point in the next 24 months. I vividly remember him saying that, and now I guess we're almost 24 months down the track, and if you've got a whole stack of cards in that 100 to say 2000 range, they've all come down a bit. The higher end stuff is all going up, but that range is, it's not looking too good.
Seems like that gap between the high end and say the 5 to 6 figure cards, and then the 4 to 2-digit cards as the gap's really increased.
Yeah.
I've got two.
I wonder where it goes.
Two things to pose to you. Do grading companies, well, PSA in general, being shut down and BGS being shut, and it's the three other ones that are technically the main ones at the moment, while PSA is trying to open up, have a factor? And secondly, this is something that's always, I've never said this before, but it's always something that kind of, I don't know, it's in the back of my mind all the time when you got that feeling of the market's cooling off. Maybe sports cards is done. For me, it's it's never going to be done. I'll always buy cards, but something in the back of my mind always says all the whales are literally buying up everything. And then there's going to be a moment where it's going to be a catalyst. And that catalyst could be when PSA reopens back on an economy, that it just goes bang again and we're back up and running. But all the whales have literally bought all the guys. And because not for anything, they've built their following during this time, a lot of them just say, oh, this is my play. This is my play. This is my play. And they're holding 100 copies of freaking, I don't know, Jonathan Taylor rookie cards, for example. So that's the two things. Do you think the whales are buying up everything? And do you think that the grading companies have an effect?
I said this on this pod. I remember I said PSA in a polite way. I said PSA kind of ruined the market, but now looking back, PSA fucked the market. If they were open for the last 6 months how they were before, I just truly think that it's only up from there, because everyone's going to be waiting for things to come back. I haven't submitted something to PSA since March of this year, which is when they close, I'm pretty sure. And I only haven't submitted because I'm not paying $200 a card. I just wait for when it gets down to that lower mark again, when I can pay even $100 if they ever come back to that mark. I know the source is laughing because he knows. I don't think they're ever going to open up back to that mark. But I'm
laughing because we just had this conversation on our double coverage pod where we talked about we don't understand the comprehension of people waiting. Why not give another grading company a shot? I can understand if it's a big card or something where, as I said, if I'm pulling a LaMelo Ball Prism Silver and I think it's good quality and it's grade worthy, I'm having a punt and I'm sending that for $150 to PSA, right? Because you get that back at 10, you literally laughing to the bank. But on the flip side, if I'm pulling, if you're opening prison packs and I'm getting a silver insert of Anthony Edwards or LaMelo Ball, and it's a $10 card, maybe a $15 card at most, that previously people were sending it for $10 on economy, I'm talking US, 10 to $15 US on economy to PSA. It was coming back at 10. People were selling them for over $100. If you ever want to send that card in again, it's never going to be to PSA. If those cards are ever going to have value again, it's never going to be in a PSA holder, because when you're never going to send a $10 card in, you're never going to be able to send $10 cards to SGC, CSG, HGA, the other grading companies, right? So unless, I laugh when you said, I'm waiting for them to open, because I don't comprehend that. It depends on what you're grading, but I don't comprehend that, because, you could send one card, right? For instance, one card to PSA at the same time you could send 6 cards to SGC, right? So
I get
that's what you got to weigh up for the same amount of price.
You won't. you won't get the same resale, especially for cards that you think that are gonna sell. Like, if you're like, I'll give you an example. If I've got like vintage soccer all of a sudden it's gotten popular at SGC. But if you think you've got a shot at like an 8, 9, or 10 at PSA, where you get the same shot at SGC, especially for something that could be worth a couple thousand, as well as could be very low pop at PSA, because PSA do have a bigger like pop registry. I'd rather send to PSA. But if it's
Yeah,
if
but
it's like
if it's a few thousand, why aren't you having a punt at $150 a car? Sending it at 150.
Because I'd rather wait for them to open up, and then it's like 50.
But
Which
what
you'd
happens if
expect
that
them to
if
open
that
up at
vintage
50,
like pops off, like
60.
it pops off, starts going off at golden auctions, heritage auctions, and it pops, and you don't have that graded, you don't have it ready, like, and
I
you
think
can't
I'd
sell it
rather.
at that point. Like,
I
wouldn't you
said
rather have it
honestly,
in hand graded?
Ant. I said the same thing. I'll be honest with you. I said the same thing about my Luca base, and now it's gone down.
I get it. I
Question.
get it. You'd rather have it when it starts going up, but then like
But the thing is, it's a misconception. Yeah, like, and this is the thing. Like, I agree with you, Ant, but then I want to add another layer to it as well. Yeah, about the PSA kind of like fuck the whole market. A big factor on top of all of it is not us here directly, the four of us, but us as in the hobby. We fucked it because we got in our bloody small-minded, like in our narrow-minded like way that PSA is the only way that card should be graded. So we fucked it ourselves. And I said it from day dot, and I'll continue to say it. We fucked it. Like, I'm not going to blame PSA for everything. The hobby itself ruined the hobby for themselves because they made PSA the only way. They like devalued BGS completely. They didn't want to give HGA and CSG and SGC any respect at all. SGC has gained respect because it's got it's got a large portion of the soccer market. That's the only reason why it's got respect. No one's sending high-end basketball cards and shit to SGC. They just send it to PSA. Like, not for anything. The hobby did it to themselves. And now they're like, oh, but there's no value in anything else. The value is all around you. I rather, like I said, like, and Source is trying to say, I'd rather send 4 cards to HGA for 200 Australian dollars, 4 cards, instead of 1 card for 200 Australian, because it's 150 US. You can, in the 10 months, you understand, Ant, I understand. But in the 10 months it takes for you to get your 1 card back from PSA, which in that 10 months it could be devalued, you can get 12 cards back in that 4 months, sending with HGA, for example, and not for anything, what the devalued price is of the card coming back in 10 or 12 months, you're still going to make $200 on it because you sold it when you sold it 3 months after you graded it, not 12 months after it got graded and came back to you. This is the thing, like, because the whole thing is, I understand, and everyone's like return on investment. But everyone wants their return on their investment now. No one's thinking about, oh, my return on investment. Like, you probably will, but most people in the hobby are thinking my return on investment's coming in the next month. But they don't realize that your card's not coming back from PSA in 1 month. Unless you're spending Express.
If you're sending it at $150, I think they're coming back in around 4 to 6 weeks at the $150.
Are you fucking serious? Wow.
Yeah. And then the next one above that, I think they're coming back in around about 2 weeks.
What's that, at 200 or so?
Yeah, I think it goes to above 200. The card, 250 maybe. I don't know exactly. I don't keep up with that, the price.
But then you got to factor in the grading cost for that 1 card. So automatically, when you go to list it, for example, you get it back as a 10, and the card's worth $350. All right, you got to automatically remove $200 just for the grading fee on Express, so it's now worth $150. All the shipping, all the insurance. So the card's worth $100. Is that what you want to sell it for?
Well,
or you
this
can
is
go
what
to
I said.
HGA
You should
and
just send the highest stuff there.
Yeah, that's exactly right. The highest.
It depends on the card. Ultimately, it depends on what card you send.
Yeah, like Source used an example on Wednesday, and he goes, if I pulled a LaMelo Silver, he goes, let's spend 150 and send it to PSA. Like, it makes sense. But all the other stuff, the base stuff, the lower end stuff that everyone thinks that they genuinely reckon the PSA is opening and fuck, it's like we're going to $20 subs. Like that's what they think. If they had to, honestly, if they went back to, this is what people need to comprehend, all right? They've got 20 million cards in a backlog. You open up at $20 a sub, you're going to have 20 million cards back in your backlog and you have to shut down again. I don't care how many people you employ. There's people literally sitting on 12 to 14 months worth of cards because they were accumulating all the cards and then PSA shut and they said, well, I'm not going to send them now. I'll just wait till it opens. So now they're just waiting that whole duration. They're like, I'm not going to send it to CSG. I'm not sending it to HGA. I'm not sending it to SGC. I'm not sending it to BGS. Like, they don't want to send it to
You don't know how many
BGS,
American
whatever, but
Discord groups that I'm in, card groups that are saying that. People are literally saying that. We're waiting. Oh, I'm just holding all my cards, waiting for PSA to open. I'm not sending anything till PSA opens.
That's
The
literally
economy.
like, they do realize like they're saying they're holding the bag. Like they're literally telling people I am holding the bag.
Yeah, but they're doing it without even noticing that they're doing it. That's what.
Yeah.
Like, I understand with high value cards, I completely agree. You send it to
Depends,
PSA, you get it back. That's fine. Like, I completely understand that. But like everything, everyone's like, oh, the value is in this. Well, I don't know. Oh, I'm confused. We just needed to open up again, PSA, for them people to test out all their theories and see if it works the way they think it's going to work. I just don't think it will be. That's, and I don't want people to feel butthurt after and be like, it's so expensive. A lot of people will turn around and be like, oh, it's so expensive. I'll just send it here. And then we'll all turn around and be like, yeah, you could have sent it there 12 months ago, but you chose not to because you wanted to wait. Now your cards are worth nothing. There's so many people, and Source always uses Tyler Hero as an example. It's a perfect example. People have lost all their money on it, like all of it. They're in negative. They'll sell the card and still be in negative profits. Because not for anything, they could have sent it to another grading company, cheaper option, get it back, sell it. Yeah, they wouldn't have taken a bigger loss. They may have made a profit on the card. A small profit. Even if it's $1, $2. $2 is better than losing fucking 50.
You're not wrong. Yeah, but
this is and what I'm trying to say is like all these big whales and these accounts and all they keep telling us, oh, it's about doing all this stuff so then we make money. But their theory that they're putting into place for the people that are coming into the hobby or people that are in the hobby that they're giving advice to is actually losing people money. It's losing people money. I don't understand how, like, do they see it or they don't see it? I know this is taking a tangent into big accounts doing shit to benefit themselves, but it's like, I don't know. It's confusing.
Does anyone else have anything to say before I sort of divert off what Thomas said? I was just going to say there, how many new people are coming into the hobby right now, though?
Yeah, it's a good point.
Yeah, it's a good point. They're all gone. The new people are gone.
The new people
are NFTs.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
NFTs happen, like popping off actually was it aligns with when the market kind of like started to dip or started to turn a bit. You need new people constantly for the market to like grow. And they tell their friends type of thing.
Then
I do have a
soccer here. I feel like that's happening though. I feel like that's happening still.
What? Yeah,
soccer in Australia. I feel like that's happening. Basketball, maybe not so much.
Soccer's good, man. Soccer's a good market.
Soccer in Australia, I feel like it is.
I'd be interested to speak to like a breaker and see how, because I haven't been paying attention to a few things. I haven't been paying attention to how quick breaks are filling, especially like at the Aussie ones. Like I'm curious to like a genuine question. How have Cherry been like filling? Have they been filling their breaks? We'll
ask them
because obviously, I mean, I'd be interested. They are one of the bigger breakers in Australia, so I'd like.
No, we genuinely ask them.
They're a good gauge
Yeah. If you think about Azuros,
you know,
for
how
carnival
popular.
breaks, that Azuros at carnival breaks seem to go pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, pretty
100%.
good for a small page. That's the way I look at it. And I'm probably in like 15 just groups that do breaking, 10 to 15, and some of them fill really really quick, and some of them take a bit
Even
more
Cosmic as
time.
well.
But
Cosmic
Yeah,
usually
Cosmic's
smashes his
cool.
out.
Even refreshed, Noah sells
Yeah.
out pretty quick as well.
Hmm.
It's
Yeah,
but
I
a lot
mean,
of those
interesting.
people, like, you build up your clientele, and they're always. It'd be interesting. The question really is how many new people are buying
New
into your
people,
breaks.
yeah.
It's
you
it's
think
more
about-
just the regulars, just every week are just like, yep, disposable
Yeah.
income. They love the hobby, so they just keep investing in it.
Yeah. Well, if you think about
So
like Carnival's still pretty new. Cosmic, how long's Cosmic been doing it for? I've only sort of come about him recently because of like the show
not
and
that long.
stuff. Not that long as well. Was Refreshed hasn't? He's not extremely long either, is he?
No.
but a lot of them
Yeah.
have had connections with people in the past.
Okay.
And I know with Carnival, like when we did the footy
Hmm.
break, a lot of those people came from other footy groups, and they just
Okay.
love footy breaks and stuff. So it's like,
Yeah.
it just gives them another avenue that have got product for them to buy
Yeah.
into another break. Where it's like,
Yeah.
oh, I was limited to these 3 groups. It's like, oh, no one else is getting stuff. Now it's like, oh, now I've got 4 groups that are doing it. So they
Yeah, I get
spread
what
it
you
across. It's interesting. Not for anything. Like, not really a spoiler, but I think we're going to try and get G Unit on the show. I think he's going to come on. So it'll be interesting.
That'd be
If he
cool.
comes on, that's Grayson. That is the G Unit.
I had to think there for a second. It took me a second, but I got there.
That's what I
I
call
think about
him. So
50 Cent. I was like, whoa.
yeah. So not for
G-Train.
anything. It'd be actually the G Train, Fraser Gehrig. It'd actually be interesting to actually find out a bit of that logistical stuff with it.
Yeah.
Along
That'd
with
be cool.
also product allocation, all that stuff, like
Mm.
all those questions.
How much of that he can give you, though, is probably another sort of question, I guess.
Oh, it'd just be a general thing. I'm not
Yeah,
going to
true.
ask Cherry itself. It'd be
How
a
much
broader
do you
question
make?
of
I'm the
No,
ATO.
no,
Where are
no,
your
no, no chance. I'm gonna
No,
yeah.
but like, it's a genuine question. Like, I wonder
Yeah.
from a perspective of a store how they've been going, like in the last 3 months.
Yeah,
'Cause,
100%.
yeah, like, you know what else is interesting? I wouldn't say, even for me, my single sales haven't been down. I'll do a listing, batch of listings every like week, maybe once a week or once every 2 weeks. And the new things that I list, maybe 5 out of, like, say 25 to 20% will sell, or like I'll get offers on and I'll sell through that, like within the week. Last week, someone bought a Foden. I've still got these these Bundesliga cards that I want to list. And they'll sell. So people are still buying singles. It's just a matter of, are we at that point where people that are in the hobby are in the hobby, and the rest have like digressed to somewhere else?
Mm.
I wonder if NFTs. Now, this is hypothetical. I know you're going to say there's no way it's going to happen, but if NFTs started to crash or dip, and then some of the focus, especially attention from
It's gonna
influencers,
happen.
go back to cards.
Do you think comes back? That's interesting.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah, I just.
Or is
I
there going to be
reckon
another thing that diverts it again? Like, this is go to another place.
we're always
it's
Gary V
so-
video away
it's
from
Talking
cards.
about Gary
It
Vee,
is.
he posted a thing today with the Giannis Prism and the Kevin Durant Topps Chrome rookie, just on his page.
Did he?
It's like
you
opening
go.
season today, whatever. Yeah, I saw that. I was like, that's the first thing he's posted in ages about that.
It's just
It's true. Like,
I just
yeah,
boys, I genuinely don't know what's gonna happen, because not for anything, we saw sports cards explode, yeah, and then sports cards are exploding, and we'll say 3/4 of the way in, or 3/4 halfway in, crypto was exploding at the same
Yeah.
time. All right. Then from there, crypto became the thing. Halfway through crypto to 3/4 of the way through crypto, NFTs have taken off. But the
Yeah.
difference is crypto and NFTs correlate in some sense.
they're related. Yeah.
Cards,
think it has-
cards are kind of correlating because people are now paying through crypto and doing stuff like that. So it's become this world that it's all a part of. But the hot thing at the moment is NFTs.
Yeah.
So not for anything,
Even-
there is going to be a dip/crash in NFTs because at some stage people are going to realize that there's going to be NFTs with utility and the rest are worth jack shit. So they've spent
So many of them too.
They've spent
So
$1 million.
many of them too.
Yeah, they spent $1 million or $100,000 on an NFT, and it's worth nothing. They're literally going to be broke and fucking homeless. A lot of people. Sorry, but that's the realization.
Fuck, if you spend 100 grand on an NFT, you'd hope you're pretty financially
Like,
stable.
People have built that up and gone, I'm going all in. I'm putting everything into this. Could work both ways. So not for anything, but through that, there will be a happy medium eventually with all this stuff. And does it kick off again? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. Fanatics, does it throw a spanner in the works? But that's 5 years away.
I reckon
That's a while off
it's a
still.
good time
3 years away.
two things. If you're very like bullish on it, you think this is like it's always gonna have legs. And I know a lot of people that are like that. I think a lot of people are just like, yeah, no, I didn't care. Rain, hell, or shine, I'm buying. Yeah, cool. Sell it to me on a discount. I'm buying. And then this is arguably one of the best times to buy in the last like 24 months. So there's
100%.
that.
Definitely.
And
I'm here looking at freaking Jonathan Taylor rookie ticket autos, mate, and they're like $100.
there's that.
Who
but
is?
then
Sorry to ask. Who's Jonathan Taylor?
He's the running back for
I
the
don't
Colts.
know.
He's like unbelievable.
Okay,
He'll go honestly
that's
by the
why.
end of his career. By the end of his career, he'll go down as one of the best running backs to ever play.
I was like,
It's a
who
big
is this
statement.
Jonathan Taylor?
That's a
I'm
big
like,
statement.
he can't be soccer.
Mate, he's
He can't be
unbelievable.
basketball.
The guy's
He's not
unbelievable.
F1. I'm like,
He's
he's
no
out, he's
Derrick
on
Henry,
my
mate.
depth. He
He's
must-
no Derrick Henry. Let
must
me
be
just tell you
NFL.
that. Derrick
No
Henry's
one's like
the
no one's like
boss,
the guy
mate.
from Mr. Gilmore from Happy Gilmore, mate.
He's the boss.
Derrick Henry. Yeah, but I don't know. It's even football hasn't really been a big. It's just the main QB staples, and thanks for coming.
Is Kyler
That's
Murray
it.
gone up a fair bit? Well, after the second
No.
week, I had a quick look because it's really the
I
only
would've-
card I sort of look at.
I would have thought so. Kyler Murray. Let's have a look here. Yeah, it's an interesting
It's always-
topic, boys. I don't know what's going to happen. I think do you think a lot of people too are a bit overwhelmed with everything that's so involved now? Like in the hobby started as cards and then it grew into crypto and now it's grown into NFTs and the content's gone
Maybe.
across the board with everything now. And
Yeah.
there's so much
I mean,
shit
people are just
for
trying to
people to
make money.
comprehend. Yeah.
let's call a spade a spade. People are just like they've spread
Yeah.
their money too thin, and then it used to be cards were like the one thing. And
Avenue.
yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Now there's NFT and
I think
things
people are
like
just
that.
so overwhelmed. Like,
Yeah, that is a good point. People's is like their total investment is now into three separate things, and if they're dividing it evenly, there's obviously going to be less into cards. Whereas maybe before it could have been 75%. Now it's 25% if you want to space them all out. Yeah, that's definitely a good point.
But I
But then
completely
you got
agree with
like they got events like the Dallas and National, and you're like, this
That's where
is
it
like
kicks off
legit.
again.
Yeah.
But this is where I agree with you, Ant. I understand it feels like a down period, but it's probably like you said, the best possible time to buy everything.
The last time it was like this was a year ago when soccer was like at rock bottom, and then by January, boxes of 2006 World Cup were at 6K. So that's just like one example, and I'm talking about like 1400.
And you were bloody Insta live and with Steven opening him, bro, and hitting
Oh, well.
Ronaldo's and shit. That was
Actually,
epic
you
on
know
your,
what? I've
on your
noticed that
kitchen
even-
table.
Yeah, that was nuts. That was so nuts. I looked at. I
Listen,
still got one box.
This
Still
would be
sitting on one.
this would be a good diversion if anyone else doesn't have anything to say on this topic.
No, go.
Just talking about soccer boxes. Did anyone see the recent sale of the 2014 Prism World Cup that we talked about on Soccer Cards Collective on Monday night?
No, what happened?
$8,000
For one
for
box?
for a 2014 Prism box. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm holding a fund. I'm holding those F1 boxes.
And the thing,
That's crazy. That's pretty good.
yeah,
It makes sense.
Holy moly!
do you reckon it makes
Okay,
Like,
sense?
yeah, it's the first Prism, and like there are cards there that in those boxes that are quite expensive. The
Yeah.
Ronaldo and the Messi's, the short print, like the low number variations, they fetch quite a bit.
Mm. Even the matchups. I was just thinking the matchups one of them. Messi
yeah,
Ronaldo
the
on the same
matchup
card.
one's
That's
crazy.
a big one.
People love
Yeah.
them chromium look. Love the chromium look. You know.
Mm.
It's
The thing
an
is,
interesting thing, isn't it, Lukey?
Yeah.
the 2014 World Cup Prism. You spoke about it.
Mm.
Do you reckon it's overpriced?
Definitely, yeah.
Really?
Definitely. Yeah. I don't think it's more than 4, in my opinion.
But like, don't you think that they're very limited in like supply?
But I just think about it is there's no real like rookies in it. It's not Ronaldo's first World Cup. It's not Messi's first World Cup. None of those legends, it's their first World Cup. Like, yeah, it's their first Prism, for example. But what we were talking about is what happens if, in 5 years' time, and we're going to get onto this maybe for NBA because it might make a bit more sense. What happens if in 5 years' time when Fanatics come out, they stop making Prism? And what happens to the Prism brand, say in like 15 years time? This is where I didn't do enough research before this. I was meant to look this up. Like, what's the first set of Topps Chrome sell for?
Well,
Like the-
Would be a lot.
We will.
A lot.
Let's
Right now.
let's move
I
on.
think-
Let's move on to this topic.
That's what I'm
And
saying. I think like when the Fanatics end up taking over, and like I think Prism is going to be like more expensive than what it is right now. Old
But you
Prism,
think, like,
especially if they
and
don't
then-
take over.
Not for
like,
soccer.
in the next boom of, say, how Gary Vee says everything reboots every 20 years. In 20 years' time, if if Fanatics stop making Prism, what is the Prism brand then? Is sort of what?
But we discussed this like real early for soccer. This is just for soccer.
Yeah.
And I said
there's a
on
little
this that yeah, but I said on this show that the true rookie for a soccer card, if we're looking at it properly out of like Panini and stuff and Prism, it's actually not any Panini product. It's their
Yeah.
first Topps Chrome card.
Yeah.
That's it. Like Topps Chrome should be valued more than any Prism card because I don't want a 10th year rookie card for this guy. You know what I mean? Like I'd rather get the Topps product. But for basketball, in that sense, because Prism is a rookie year for some of those superstars, like your Lillard, for example, your Tatum, your Doncic. I
Yeah.
think if you have sealed wax on those, it becomes like the 03 Topps Chrome for LeBron.
Yeah.
It works in the same way. Because not
That-
for anything, they can still make Prism Panini, but it'll all be unlicensed when Fanatics gets it. So it'll devalue any product from the year that Fanatics licensing starts with the NBA. So I'm with Ant. The value of all the old Prisms going to go through the roof. And
Okay.
especially like those big years for like your Luka year. You don't know if Zion and Ja, if they become something big. It works the same in NFL. Your Patrick Mahomes year, your Burrow, your Lamar Jackson, your Kyler Murray, those type of cards, because it's a officially licensed product of
Yeah.
their Prism and of their rookie year, and Prism what is the Topps Chrome of those guys in the
Yeah.
hobby.
I know it's sort of my point, but not at the same time because those have stacked rookies in it, like the Topps Chrome with Haaland in it. If Haaland becomes the best player in the
Neymar's
world,
in that
that's
2014.
but it's not his rookie though. He's got a few, few before it.
Yeah, but that's his first that's
It's his
one
first
of
World Cup, but everyone wants like his first card, for example, with soccer. Yeah, so like for Haaland, for example, the Topps Chrome or Sapphire, that'll be the one. That'll be the one for him. But players like Ronaldo, like that earlier, like pre Panini, yeah, like pre Panini, incorporating the other products like Prism and stuff like that. I feel like you're betting on the set and the name of the brand and the set rather than the rookie class in it. Do you know what I mean? So like you were saying there, those like 2018 Prism, for example, basketball will be big, not because it's Prism base. Sorry, not because it's Prism, but because of the rookies in it.
I think
Yeah, I
that's I think that's
Yeah, you know what I mean?
I think that's how it's going to work. That's why Topps Chrome is
That's what I
so
mean. Like if
big.
that
With
90,
the 03 year, that draft class, yes, and I don't know.
I'm saying yes and no because there is, Topps Chrome sets out there that people are really chasing those short print refractors that came out of it, whether it be, even from the late 90s. If you're looking at a 98, 99 set, Topps Chrome in terms of basketball, like, even the Kobe Bryant's, even though it's a third, fourth year card, go have a look at some of the prices on that stuff, right? And if you get PSA 10s, it's very, very expensive. People really want to collect those chromium look cards, and like Prism is the modern Topps Chrome, right? So when you've got all these people that view it in that way, and I think Vincent mentioned this on Soccer Car Collective about how it's really only people outside the states that don't view Prism as the beast that it is. It's the people inside in America that really love it and view it that way. I'm sure there are people outside that do view it the same, but unfortunately, we're in a place where America drives the market on a lot of this stuff. So you have to be aware of this, right? So, like, that's what I'm saying. We're like, I understand where you're coming from, Lukey, and like that makes sense to me to think of it like that. But also, when you look at other aspects in other sports, and then the premium that the products are gathering or hold, I should say. And even though it might not have a stacked rookie class or anything, but because they got those short print refractors, and in Prism's case, you got the gold to 10, the 49, the 99. You've got some of those variants, and in those early sets, I think most of them only really went to like 99 was like the highest variant, was like 99, 49, 25, 10, and then to 5 or something, and 1-1. You know what I mean? Like they were really limited. It's not like the ones today, what the fucking, LaMelo Ball and Prism's got, 100 different variants. I don't freaking know. And how many different numbered cards.
15,
he's got fast break numbered.
25.
He's got hyper numbered. He's got, the silver, the plain, just, blue and orange and all that numbered. And they got the shimmer numbered. They got the photo numbered. They got, it gets ridiculous. So, in a set like that, that's where I can understand like maybe 2014, because it does have that weight, because it probably most likely is quite short printed. Like it's most definitely way short printed than the stuff that's getting produced now. So
definitely
I
definitely
get
for the 2014 soccer as well. I agree with that completely. It's a lot more short printed than what it is. Dom, do you have Cardladder? Does anyone have Cardladder up there, by the way?
Yeah, mate.
Is someone able to look up what an MJ 97 Topps Chrome sells for? PSA 10? Because 97 is the first, 96, 97 is the first year Chrome, yeah? The Kobe rookie.
96 maybe.
96.
Yeah.
Let's have a look, shall we? Interesting. It's just so difficult. In all honesty, it's whatever the market decides. The hobby.
All right, so let's just use like 97 as an example. I'll bring it up. I'll share it here. But so this is a 97. This is a Michael Jordan Topps Chrome refractor BGS 9.5. Last sold at 3,500.
That's a fair bit.
Yeah, PSA 10, 7,500. Last sold.
That is a fair
7,300. So, that's Michael Jordan. I don't really, we can maybe look at Kobe, see out of 97.
But I feel like MJ in that one, so like the MJ first Topps Chrome is a better comparison to say a Ronaldo 2014 Prism.
Yeah, I think he might be more 96. He might have been in 96 a refractor, but like a 97 refractor Kobe Bryant last sold for BGS 9.5 last sold for 5,500. Like I understand, like it has 16 in the pop, and like it's very, very short printed. I mean, PSA 10 there's 19 in the pop, and the last sold on the PSA 10 was 36,000. That's 97.
Wow.
That's his second year card, right? So like I
That's,
do
that would be
s-
above most of his rookies, eh? Apart from obviously the 96.
apart from his refractors and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be.
I don't know. I feel like that's different. That's a different sort of comparison to Kobe one because it's his second year, and it's a bit earlier. Whereas like the Ronaldo versus the Jordan, like it's nowhere near Jordan's rookie, nowhere near Ronaldo or Messi's rookie. So I feel like that'd be probably the best comparison in my opinion. Definitely an
agree.
interesting debate though. It's an interesting
100%.
debate.
It will be funny in what is it, 2021 in 4 years to see what happens with it all. Like, and not for anything based on the discussion we had at the top of the show. It's going to be interesting to see what happens just in terms of the market itself in the next 4 years. Like the other thing is like Fanatics has bought out and want to do all this thing with the card market, which is like multi-billion dollar industry. But is it going to be a multi-billion dollar industry in 4 years' time? If we're
That's the
seeing
thing.
pretty steady drop-offs now.
People like I feel like people like what's the StockX guy's name? I've got a blank.
Josh Luber.
Him,
Josh Luber.
Nat Turner. I feel like they're too smart and they're too smart to
Fuck
let this
this up.
fall away. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. But
All right,
that's my thing in the back of the mind all the time, saying that the whales are there.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
How about this one, Lukey? 2002 Topps Chrome Kobe Bryant refractor PSA 10 last sold 4,000, and that's 2002.
Okay.
So that's 6 years. That's his 6-year card.
Okay.
but
That's a good point.
look at the pop on that though as well. That's sick.
33.
I want one of those, Source. You gonna get one of those?
33 PSA 9's going for 500.
Hey, that's not
Now
bad.
Even
that's
that's
the
a bit of
play. That's the play.
Hey,
500.
that might be a sneaky play. Go back. How many
That's a
PSA
quarter.
9s are there?
70.
79.
79.
What's
That's
the
so
pop
low,
growth?
man.
What's the pop growth? Click on your favorite. 1% a month.
1.28% a month.
really low.
That's low.
So a few of these are getting
God damn.
graded.
Maybe late Topps Chrome cards for vets.
I mean, that's
Well,
a sneaky little play.
Heck,
Yeah, well,
it-
funny enough, like you say this because, it's what Lucas Tigers Bronze did a 10 for 10 with the bloke. Even though I hate alt, but the bloke who runs alt, and he spoke about short print chromium cards, in later sets holding a premium, and he said that they've done a lot of research on it, and these cards, short prints out of stuff, actually hold more value than rookie cards because the print run on them is so much less than like rookie cards and things like that. So obviously other than the refractors, but like if you're talking about like base rookie
You're not
cards,
wrong.
it's killing it. So why wouldn't the value of boxes potentially hold value when this is what could potentially happen? I don't know how this transitions. I genuinely don't know how this transitions to today's hobby because back in 2002, I'm telling you right now, the print runs on shit was a hell of a lot less, and there wasn't a trillion different variants in the products. If we're comparing to Topps Chrome to Prism, there wasn't 5,000 parallels of a player in the product. Yeah, there was only like 3 or 4. So
You know what though? If you translate that to soccer, like if we assume that soccer hobby started getting like in terms of like printing cards, say 2006 in terms of like first major release, 2014 really in terms of first major release, it might be worth picking up some really short printed cards, chromium cards, and just seeing how they go in 20 years time. Might be like an interesting little play.
you can go by
Even variations like the Mbappe Silver New Era, like the World Cup one, that could work.
The inserts.
Yeah.
You can
Long
go
term.
buy a 0203 Topps Chrome Refractor Shaquille O'Neal SGC 95 for 150 US or best offer.
That's not bad.
I don't reckon that's a bad buy for the refractor.
There you go.
Kobe's always going to get the premium.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
Kobe's
100%.
gonna get
Yeah.
the premium.
This guy's got it listed here. Shaq 02 Topps Chrome Refractor PSA 9. It says Pop 22 and it's
Wow,
325
that's
US.
so low. That's
Jeez.
so low. All right, hey, here's a question, and we can like wrap this. This can be the last topic, but what do you boys think? Like honestly, about Leaf cards. Someone sent me. I won't say who, but someone this week sent me a. It was a Messi Ronaldo patch, from one of the Leaf. I don't know what box it
Bro,
was.
you know where I stand with him.
So I reckon we've had this convo before.
You know where I
Have
stand
we?
with him.
I've still
Yeah,
got
with
the clip.
soccer.
We
Yeah,
need to post
definitely.
it. Yeah, we've definitely talked about this
Well,
before.
bro,
But we'll talk about
Let's
it again.
discuss it. Let's discuss it again, since this person will listen to
Buy,
the show. And
buy for soccer.
you reckon?
Buy. And you can't see the logo on the card. It's a bust shot, and it's their It's literally on card autos, and some of the cards you can get on so little print run. You can get number to 5s, number to 3s, number like 101s. I don't see what the big
101s,
issue
yeah.
is. I
It all
genuinely
depends
don't.
Where do you like? What would you? Like, what would be the determining factor on it? Like for me, like when I saw the card, I was like, oh, well, like I get it. It's Messi, it's Ronaldo, but the card itself looked pretty ugly. But
Oh, that's
there
fine.
are some Leaf
Aesthetically,
cards. Yeah, I think aesthetics has to be like
yeah,
number one when it
100%.
comes
You
to
got to
Leaf.
buy what
And
you got to buy what you like. You don't just buy their auto for the sake of it. But what I'm saying is, it's a buy for the fact of like, it's their auto in the end of the day.
yeah,
Like,
you're not wrong.
and it's so low on the print.
Some of I don't know how much of their stuff is on card though. I have seen a lot of sticker stuff.
It's
Like
most
a lot of
especially
most of
soccer.
those dual stuff is sticker, yeah. So, but like this is what I mean. You know, a lot of stuff out there for soccer at the moment, like coming out of Panini, coming out of Topps, it's all sticker. There's
They
no
got
on
filthy
card.
patches, but we've seen
know?
it. Sometimes they got filthy patches in there, and
Yeah. Just
I don't
interesting.
see what, like,
Interesting thought.
I don't know. Still their
Look,
auto.
For me, it depends on how the photo of them on the card is. Like if it's just a headshot or something like that, I guess it's okay. But when they're
Yeah.
when they've got a photo of them wearing a jersey and it's like blatantly,
Not then.
it's like blatantly photoshopped. The logos are off and they're wearing like the Real
Yeah.
Madrid kit's all white and there's no gold 3 stripes or anything like that. I'm like, I don't know. It sort of puts me off a little bit. But
I'd buy only bust from like here up.
yeah.
It's like those sick looking shots, but I'm
Yeah.
the same as you. Like, I'm not going to go buy an auto of a guy that you don't get all his shit on it. Like, I don't want a plain white kit.
Like I literally saw a Giannis one today. It was the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. It just looked like the 34, and then all the rest of the top was green. I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
That's like there's a product coming out. Is it like Black Onyx or Onyx or something coming out?
Yeah.
On the 20th of October. It's
Who's it from, Leaf?
unlicensed. No, it's Onyx. I think
Oh,
Onyx
it's
is the
same
brand.
thing. Okay, cool. Yeah.
And Giannis is an auto in that product, and
Yeah.
the auto is Giannis like going up for a free throw, but he's just wearing like a purple singlet. It's just all purple
Oh my god.
or blue or whatever the hell it is. It hasn't even got any. It's just so weird.
Nah, that for me, it
Like
doesn't.
that stuff, it's a bit odd. But like with the Messi and stuff, some of the bus shots, you still see the Argentina stripes. You just
Yeah.
don't see the Argentina logo.
The logo, yeah.
So
Yeah, I get what you mean.
it's not that
And
bad.
some of the prices on it is like they're a lot more affordable than like
It's
there was
like
someone
India.
who sent me a again.
soccer.
I wonder if it's the same bloke, Anth. I don't think it is, but he bought a Mason Mount 1-of-1 auto from Leaf, and he got it for a ridiculously cheap price for a 1-of-1 Mason Mount auto
like this
on card as well.
Like this, I completely agree, Luke.
Really?
Like, I'm
On
not
card?
On card, yeah. I believe so. It was a few weeks ago now. You were
like,
in the
I'm
same
not
chat as
buying
me,
this.
Anth. What are you talking about?
I don't think I saw it.
I'm
Oh,
not buying
maybe
that,
it was-
bro.
No, no way, no chance.
Look, that's funny as bro.
At least it's got 3
That is
stripes on
so-
it. At least it's got 3 stripes. It's
That
okay.
is so disgusting. That is
Like I would not buy
disgusting.
that.
That makes me upset looking
At
at
all.
that.
No chance in hell I'm buying that. What else we got here? We got anything else decent? No. You can get is that an LA Galaxy Steven Gerrard? Should buy that and send it to you, Anth. It's at 99 cents.
99 cents.
On bids. It'll go.
Speaking of Saucy, did you get the F1 pack yet?
I did get it. Yep, received it today.
That's
Received
exciting.
it today. So
That's
we'll be
really
opening
exciting.
it on Monday morning. Monday morning.
time's it,
Very
right?
exciting.
6 a.m.
Oh, 6 a.m. Yes, good. I think I'm still working at home, so I'll definitely be on for that.
Guess who's playing at 2:30 in the morning? Liverpool United.
That's
Oh,
the big
God.
one, eh?
Guess who's up for
I
that?
should just
Me.
I should just take Monday off at this point. That's a massive weekend. Jeez,
gonna-
that's big.
Ooh, hello. What the hell? All right, this is the last thing. I'll bring it up, and then we'll get into
That's
fire
alright.
That's
flame.
I
What?
can't believe Liverpool United is this weekend.
The Austin race.
This has actually got
Yeah, that's cool.
the Madrid logo on it.
That's kind of cool.
What year is that? 2007? No, what is it?
17.
That doesn't look like his
Oh,
auto
17.
though. Yeah, it's not. That's not his auto,
His hair doesn't look licensed in this photo.
bro.
If
I
it
used to
That's
have
not.
the same
I'm
haircut.
telling
Not gonna
you,
lie, I used to have the same haircut.
that's not his auto.
Probably isn't, to be honest.
I've got that kit as well. That's not from 2017. That's like 2014, 2015.
That's probably why they could use
Yeah.
it.
How much is this?
1,500 US.
Make him an offer
Oh.
$12.
20.
Bro, I will, man. Because look at this.
$12.85. If he's just to give him a little bit of a tip.
Like I think you're right, Ann. Like that's his auto. Well, he's changed it that much, has he?
Yeah, what?
That's not his
He's-
auto either,
He's changed it from.
No.
bro. It's as if they get the offcuts of like his. Look at that auto, right? Go
Yeah.
back to the other one. Now go to a Panini card.
That's not the. You can even see from those two, that's not the same auto.
He has this very distinctive like oval.
Auto? Has he got
like,
immaculate? I think he does.
yeah, there you go. See how they're very like. Look at that. Look at the.
Bro, they're
Yeah,
all
look-
different.
Even that looks shit. That's a shit auto, man.
He's
go
just a
go
shit
back.
signer. He's just a shit signer. He's got no pride in his auto, man. He's got no
He
pride
hasn't
in
got,
it.
he hasn't got
What a
time.
He's-
wanker.
He hasn't got the Kobe
He's
pride,
a
man. He's not a goat like Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
Kobe Bryant
Like
had
Kobe,
pride in his
Messi.
auto.
Bro,
He's the
Sauce
best
was,
soccer
has
player in the
pride.
So-
world.
I'll show you.
So,
Let me
Sauce was
show you.
almost on thin ice there. I thought he was going to say he's not a goat like Messi. I was going to fucking press end
See that?
broadcast.
That's an immaculate auto. See that? 10 out of 10 auto.
Yeah, you know
That's
why?
really
Because
sick, man.
he's in the gym training and
It's-
getting better for his game.
That's
And Messi's out
actually
here just
sick.
signing
That's
fucking
it.
autos. That's why.
See this?
That's-
See this? Fucking, this is a sick auto, man. Look, I can scribble 2 on a piece of paper. Fucking Messi auto. Fucking Messi.
that's-
Lemon. All right, fire or flame, boys. Let's get into it and wrap this up.
Shit.
I'll do a quick one.
If you don't have
first.
one,
I
don't
rip-
stress.
I ripped the
think one.
box of what's it called? I don't know why I did it, to be honest, but I ripped a box of latest release Bundesliga Chrome.
I wanted to
get
see you
a-
open it. Can you open it on live next time? Stop fucking saving all the excitement for yourself.
Man, come
I'll
in
do
the
it.
Discord. If you don't want to open it on live, come in the Discord and open
Yeah,
it
just-
on the live
I'll-
chat in
I'll
the
show you, I'll
Discord,
show you
bro.
the order from it. I'll show you the order from it, and I'm actually kind of happy with the order. I did
Hang on
get.
one
I'll
sec.
show you.
Yeah.
I'll show some hits. Where are we here? Not bad. It's not great either. Like, I'll be honest with you. So first of all, not one but
He's G'd it up now. He's just talking it down.
two
Bellingham.
Jude
Two
Bellingham.
Bellinghams?
What are they base?
Base, both base. So
Throw
that
them
sucks.
in the bin. No, not worth it.
I got a purple. If you play FIFA, you know this guy, Dennis Zakaria. He's a young midfielder, but he's very good. That's out of 299, so it's not
Nice.
great either. Apparently this kid's like a decent defender for Leverkusen.
I don't know much about him.
I'm not a big Bundesliga fan. I got a Davies refractor, Fonzie. I'm a big fan of Fonzie, and
He's a good
that
player.
has
The
no
gun.
See?
Did
has
anyone
no
see his
real
goal
value.
for Canada?
She's with
unreal.
Drake.
Nah, I
I don't know if
didn't.
that was recently, but I just saw a clip of him with Drake. I
With
don't know if it was
Drake.
recently or not.
Yeah.
It was recently?
Bundesliga, by the
Yeah.
way, just a disclaimer while you keep going, he's the second best league in the world, so carry on.
Oh,
Stop
God.
that.
Yeah. You're a brave man.
This is a decent little hit. Haaland second year
Refractor.
refractor.
Oh,
That's
nice.
Those are going for a bit, I think. I think I've seen some go.
I might get that graded, to be honest.
The only reason
that
I
much
say
for
throw those
SGC.
Bellingham in the bin is because people what they're doing with their base stuff, they're sending it to SGC, and I'm literally buying SGC 9.5 base stuff for $20. 20
Bellingham?
Bellingham,
Plus the
yeah,
grading
Bellingham's
cost.
gone for $20, like costing less than the grading. Like it's pretty crazy, man. Like that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like and whether that be it's just because it's whether it be
Well, I
because
got
it's
one more big one.
oh, hang on,
Is this the
order.
hit?
back up.
Oh, yeah, the auto.
This is the order. So this I actually like. This is a good little hit. This is He Hung Wang, who
Is he the guy that plays
I
for
butchered
Wolves?
that name. He now plays for Wolves. That's right.
He's
And
good.
he's actually really good.
Is it
I
numbered?
watched him play. It doesn't. Yeah, numbered out of 99. So it's
He's
actually
not
like
bad
a
at
decent.
all.
It's a
Yeah, it's not
rookie
bad.
auto.
But it doesn't
Was that-
state that it's a rookie card on there. It doesn't have an RC or anything. You just got to
doesn't.
know.
But
Yeah.
this one, yeah. If you know, you know. And I think
Hopefully,
people will know.
with his
Like the
performance
kid-
in the Premier League, a few more people get
Yeah,
eyes on him because he's actually played all right. I think he scored a couple of
Don't mind
times
that.
for Wolves already.
very sneaky. I wouldn't say it's worth
the
380,
box.
400 where I paid
But-
for a box. I did enjoy opening it, but you know what? I have a feeling if this kid turns out half as good as Heung-min Song, there's potential there. He's South Korean. He's going to play alongside him. He's decent. I must say, like I'm watching him for Wolves. Wolves aren't the best team, but they're not the worst either. They'll be in the Prem for a while, hopefully. Yeah,
Don't mind that.
but that's my little.
I like it.
I'm gonna take a photo. I'll post it up.
Next one, Fire or Flame.
You go on, Source.
My fire is have a look, do your research. If you're not familiar with it, I think now is a good time to start potentially looking at baseball and looking at maybe picking up some baseball stuff. If you know nothing about baseball, then maybe stay away. If you know a little bit, then yeah. If not, reach out to someone that maybe knows something that can give you some advice. But definitely the old play, which I love to do: buy shit on eBay, send it to Star Stock, leave it there. There's no market for baseball here in Australia, so buy it on eBay, send it to Star Stock, leave it there. Wait for baseball season to kick around and flip that shit, which is what I'm doing. And I'm just doing it with, names in the hobby that people know, Rob Acuna, freaking Tatis, who else is there? There's,
get Judge.
Mookie
Betts.
Mookie Betts is severely undervalued in my opinion. And he's still playing at the moment. So, yeah. Juan Soto is another name that people love to throw around. So yeah, maybe reach out to someone who knows more about baseball than me. But there's just three names that I feel will probably bounce back next season. You're up, Lukey.
Get me up, big screen. Get me up, big screen.
Big screen, jeez.
Big screen. All right. So this is one today. like I was saying before, I felt a bit disheartened by the hobby, but this is something I bought a few months ago that one of them finished on bids today, and it was actually double what I bought it for. And it's something that I was picking up a lot of this sort of card. I'll show it and then I'll explain it. But it's a Trey Young PSA 9 Red Prism, second year, numbered to 299.
Nice.
And it's doubled. That's an orange optic out of 199. Just the type of card that I'm buying. But second year numbered stuff. Refractors maybe not so much, but numbered, graded. If you can find them really cheap, I think they're a play. Like that one there, like I said, it's doubled. I picked that up just before he had that massive playoffs run. Here we are, started next season. He hasn't even played a game yet this season. This is already up, double what I paid for it. So I think there might be an opportunity there. Yeah, it's nothing stupid in terms of profit or anything, but I've still doubled my money. So those plays get you profit to move elsewhere and maybe put into a rookie of his, like a refractor rookie. And yeah, that's mine.
I like that. I actually really like that.
Yeah, if you are going to buy the second year, go the second year option for guys in today's modern day product, stick to numbered stuff. Stick to numbered
Definitely.
stuff. Stay away from the second year refractors. People out there freaking paying. At one point, people freaking paying $50 for a second year Luca base prism from last year's set. You guys have lost your marbles. Like seriously, just stick to the Luca numbered stuff out of second year products, and you'll be fine.
Definitely numbered.
If that was
Definitely
the
numbered.
case, yeah.
Or even like stuff from Choice, like the red. What is it? Red, yellow, green.
Yeah, stuff that's limited to like photo or limited to Choice or something like that. So or limited to hobby boxes.
Yeah, maybe not like Blue Velocity and even Optic Hollow, for example. I'd definitely be sticking to the numbered stuff, or like we're saying, or choice and photo products.
Yeah, the higher end box exclusives. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, of course.
I've got nothing for you, boys.
Summer?
I was gonna be.
He's got a big absolute donut.
I was gonna be an absolute idiot as well, and just pull out.
You've already done that on this podcast, mate. So it's all good, mate. You just be rolling off.
I was just gonna pull out another Dylan Alcott sticker.
He's got more Dylan Alcotts. He showed me before. He's got another Dylan Alcott. How many you got in the collection now? You got 7 or something now, don't you? Know
7. I got 10. No, I don't have 10. The one I did pick up though, which I got to do a bit more research on it, is like people are giving these away for free on Facebook Marketplace, and the Dylan Alcott one is like a whatever one, but not for anything. I don't know. This is what I mean. I got to do a bit more research on her, but it's more just like Samantha Kerr sticker for Australia. I don't know if it is anything, if it ever will be. Yeah, it is.
100% license.
Yeah, so I don't know. Like, there's always that. I know people laugh and they go, "Yeah, but that's a Safeway sticker." I go, and I laugh and I go back at them and I go, "You know how much absurd shit is something in the hobby?" Like, so I don't know. It could be something. Stuff that used to
come out of like
It's Sam Kerr. She's the best Matilda to ever play, mate. So
wasn't there some fucking bread card that you were talking about one time?
Yeah, Wonder Bread.
Yeah, Wonder Bread.
Star Wars,
which not for anything, they ripped the image from that and just used it on the main Luke Skywalker rookie card. Anyway, so
there you go.
It's just funny.
Wonder Bread.
So I haven't really got anything. So
that's all right.
It's all right. Yeah. Next week.
Should we give a quick flame to our friends at EB Games for their fucking ridiculous blaster prices?
That's your call.
Got to end it on a negative note.
Yeah, we'll end it on a negative note. We forgot to mention it on our podcast on Wednesday. But anyway, besides the point, anyone that wants to go buy a product that they're getting for like $20 Australian and selling it to you.
No, they're not. They're getting it for $10 Australian, mate.
$10 Australian and selling it to you for fucking 70. Oh, good. There you go.
And it'll sell out instantly, which
no. I'm not saying not to go get it, but what I'm trying to say is just from where they began to where they are now.
Yeah, it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Like don't forget that it used to be $35 a pop and $40 a pop, and they used to sit. They used to sit on the website.
That's wild.
Like we said from the beginning, they didn't have to bring their margins up that much because they're already making a killing.
Do you think they will?
And Panini's printing more, so now they're even making more margins,
More
and
money,
they've
yeah.
put the prices up. So it's fucked. Yeah, like it's pretty cooked.
Hey, do you think tomorrow will be the first time they sit on EB Games for a little bit? Those optic blasters.
I hope
Nope.
so.
I hope so as well.
I hope so.
You don't reckon?
I,
You're going to go straight
wanna,
up?
I just want to walk into an EB Games when we come out of lockdown, and that like there's a whole bunch sitting there a month later, and I'd be
Yeah.
like, "Oh, these aren't selling," and they'd be like, "No, we've struggled to sell these ones," and I'd just be like, "Oh, yeah, it's probably because your price
Wonder
point
why."
7 times what you're buying them for." Your
Oh,
lemons.
shit. But no, in saying that, do I think they're going to sell? Do I think they're going to sell out in like 5 seconds tomorrow? Yes, of course I do.
Yes,
But
yeah, 100%,
Fuck.
100%. They'll be gone
in
before
an
you even
ideal
click
world,
into the checkout portal. Will be gone.
yeah, I know.
It's just
Yeah,
ridiculous.
shit.
Anyway,
But yeah,
that's the hobby.
good way to
Funny.
finish.
Just when you think it's dead, things sell out in 5 seconds.
Yeah, exactly.
That's just
Not
the
even.
way
It's
it
like
is.
under a second.
Yeah, it's just crazy stuff. All right, boys, great episode. It's been myself with Sauce, Anth, and Lukey. It's crunch time coming up big when it counts, and peace.
Peace.
Thank you for
Peace.
tuning in to another episode of Crunch Time on the Double Coverage Media Network. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit that bell icon to know when we drop a new episode. Also, feel free to leave a review on the Apple Podcasting app. Crunch Time coming up big when it counts.